Welcome to the Off the Wall Show. I am JB. To my right, the gorgeous Miss Shireen C is in the building, baby.
What's up? What's up,
Show.
y'all? How you doing? How you doing? I am back.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, man. How was your trip?
I had an awesome trip. I had a really great 2 weeks off.
You know what? I remember you telling me something earlier that you got me some ears or something.
Yes, I did, but you kind of hurt my feelings because you was like, I don't want no ears.
You better
but
not
I
give me
still
no
got
Disney ears.
I got you some Mickey Mouse ears and they light up, but I'm gonna keep them since you don't want them. I got you a regular old baseball cap. Is that all right for you?
I greatly appreciate it because I'm
baseball cap.
I'm gonna tell you what women like to do. What
do women like to do?
Y'all make us look like fools just to see how much we love you.
No,
yes, you do. I'm gonna tell you just like this. Y'all will buy like the most hideous T-shirt, case in point.
What? What's the case in point?
The ears you said you bought.
They're in the car.
Okay, and I'm 6'3", 50 pounds. You think I'm gonna put on some Disney Mickey Mouse ears? The only way that would be cute is if you were a 5-year-old.
The point of the ears is to save them as a souvenir.
Yeah,
and I ain't say you was gonna walk around with the ears on. It's the souvenir, and you're supposed to put them in your man cave, on your dresser, or whatever.
They don't go there.
Just to show that you got souvenirs or you got something from Disney World.
And I appreciate that.
That's why I got it.
I appreciate. But yeah, nope.
It would be different if I bought you. Let's see, a cut up halter top with some rainbow colors on it and talk about, hey, what is?
Same thing. I bet you there's some woman out there that's bought that for their man and because she thought it was cute or it was cute for a prank or whatever the case may be.
A gag gift.
Yeah.
No, I have more taste than that. I got you the ears as a souvenir and I got you a regular baseball cap.
Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. See,
yes,
that's kind of stuff I
it
like.
wasn't the point for you to wear them. It was the point of I got you something from Florida to let you know while I was on vacation, I thought about you.
She thought about me.
Even though I was watching the show while you was gone.
Hey,
Big Bubba Balls held it down. So, what are we gonna talk about today? What we getting into?
Well, y'all
fill me in.
Everybody in Chicago, they know that the taste started today. You know, and from my understanding, that it's only going to be from today until Sunday.
I guess
I'm
not into the taste anymore.
Okay,
because the reason why I'm not into it is because it has fell off over the years. It used to be the taste used to go from
10 days.
Yes, and it used to not climax. It used to.
Well, you and your choice of words.
It used to have the big excitement of it was the music when they had the music festival, the music at the Petrillo Band Shell, as well as the night before the 4th of July, they had the big fireworks show, which lit up the whole downtown and everything. But that was memories that I had. But over the years, as I've gotten older, it has been shortened. Tickets have gotten more expensive. The familiar restaurants and stuff that used to be down there aren't down there. There's new age restaurants and stuff. And the sponsors and stuff that they used to have, they don't have the same sponsors. I actually went and looked at it today because my baby wanted to go. And 9 tickets is like $17.
You serious?
Yeah. 9 tickets is like $17.
Who's going to this now? Who's going to go to are you serious?
Yes. And what really kind of blows me is, remember when you used to go to the Taste of Chicago, it used to be open and free, and you used to be able to go from like Balboa to Columbus. You used to be able to walk.
To be long walk.
Used to walk all over, and used to go from the Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, there were vendors everywhere.
Right. Okay. And you used to be able to like chill, go down there and chill. It was a meetup place. Everybody go down there and chill because it was open.
Right.
Now it's closed off. So it's gated off. It's gated. It's gated off. So there's an entrance to go in, and there's checkpoints. So they check you like with the security ones and different stuff. So it's not the same. I just
okay. Now the checkpoints I can actually understand. The fact that if you have a checkpoint, and the Taste used to also be like a haven for pickpockets, so that part I can understand.
You can't even get down there. No, I mean, like, remember how you used to be able to be in the park that's down there, and if you were a vendor, like a street vendor or whatever, like they used to paint faces.
Yes.
And remember the little blow up inflatable plastic stuff?
It was always like little.
It was always somebody.
Yeah.
That's not down there. Can't do none of that.
Are you serious?
The whole atmosphere of what the Taste of Chicago was all about is not there. So for real, true Chicagoans that went to the Taste of Chicago and have the memories of the actual taste,
right,
where it used to be the taste, and you couldn't wait to go down there and kick it with your friends, hang out, meet up, do all those things. It is not like that. It is, in my opinion, it's very touristy. It's made for tourism, and it's not really like the taste of hometown Chicago. Maybe my opinion is wrong. What do you guys think? Is it the same to you, or
what you think?
What are your memories of the Taste of Chicago? Because I remember I used to love going down there for the fried dough, Harry Carey's fried dough.
Okay, well, I used to go down there a lot for the entertainment. Like they used to have like a karaoke booth and everything.
That's not down there no more.
Get out of here. See, you know what? One year, the woman I was dating, she didn't know I was getting ready to go up on stage. I sent her to go get me something to eat and came back, and I was singing our song on stage. She turned around just in shock. Like, oh, my baby's on stage. It felt good though, but that was part of the whole atmosphere of the Taste. Like, nobody knew what was going on.
Right. It was like a picnic, a meetup,
it was huge.
Music festival. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but remember when GCI used to record all day, and they had entertainers there every week, and V103 used to have stepping shows and stepping contests and stuff out there. Now it's like all I heard on the radio, the Taste Chicago started today. That's it. Remember they used to give away free tickets.
All kind of flyers and stuff.
Nothing.
Wow. Like, okay, so now who do we cuss out? Mr. Emmanuel?
He cut it down. Remember, it went from 10 days to
4 days.
To 4 days. No, it went from 10 to 5. It went from 10 to a week. Then it went from a week to 4 days.
4 days.
And they cut it down because it used to be before the 4th of July.
Right, I know.
Now it's afterwards. And I remember them saying, oh, we changed it because of the violence. We changed it because of the shootings. We changed it because of whatever. But the thing is, it's not the same. For me, it's not the same. I can't tell my kids, hey, I'm going back. I remember I had a summer job working at the Taste.
So did I. Go ahead. You tell your story. I'm going to tell mine. Go ahead.
Working at the souvenir booth that sold the T-shirts that said Taste of Chicago and the little fans and different stuff. And then I got to meet the superstars that was down there for that thing. Yeah, it ain't like that at all.
Okay. Well, my experience, I used to work at a company called Doc's Fish and Robinson's.
Hey.
Okay, Doc's and Robinson's Fish and Barbecue. How about my brother? Shout out to Sean. I love you, bro. Listen, me and this dude made up a cadence, a song for them to come to our booth. Okay, we were selling jumbo shrimp. Okay, and this was right around when I guess I started getting into house music, and I'm talking about the footwork of house music. So what ended up happening was we ended up making a song. It was, jumbo shrimp on a stick.
Right. You don't get it. Remember, I have a viewer, Nicole. She said she likes the chocolate covered strawberries and the alligator sausage. I used to, and tell me anybody out there, I used to love just going down there for the turkey drumsticks.
That thing was huge. Oh my God. I could never finish a whole one. As big as I am, as much as I eat, I never got through a whole one.
Turkey drum. What I liked was the turkey drumsticks, Harry Carey's fried dough with the powdered sugar on it. It was nice and warm. And then they had the crayfish. They had those. Yeah. They had that, and then they had the gumbo. Then they had alligator on the stick. I mean, I'm
you
a
went
foodie.
to the taste today?
No.
Oh.
I saw the list today.
Oh,
my job is one of the co-sponsors of it.
Gotcha.
So they gave away tickets.
A few deliveries ourselves, but
they gave away tickets today to the taste, and then we had the map of all the restaurants and stuff that's down there.
Okay. Do you know what the entertainment was like, or what's the itinerary for them?
I did, but I really wasn't paying attention to it because it was the only one who I really thought is going to be good is George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars. That's on Sunday.
Oh, of course, that's the last day. But
other than that, the other people are like bunk and bogus. Hey, Miss Amos.
But see, okay, I was a chauffeur at one point. Do you know I actually drove? Let's see, Frankie Beverly and I actually had Maze as a passenger. Okay, mm-hmm. I'm gonna say about maybe 4 or 5 of the members, but Frankie Beverly was in the car behind us.
Right.
Okay, but let's just say they are hilarious. You know what I mean? They are real cool, real laid back group of people. But every day, and this was when it was 7 days, every day was a great artist.
Right. Now every it's day. Like, now it's because I even asked people what made me talk about it with you is I said, you asked me, are you going to take Chicago? I'm like, no.
Wow. See, that's what I don't like. I don't understand. Like because the spunk is not there. The excitement is gone.
Right. They're like the acts. Remember when they had it started with like Blues Fest, the first day of it, and then it ended with either Jazz Fest or Gospel Fest.
Gospel Fest, right.
And so you had that music in between. You had the gospel artist that was getting that for the music in between. Then before that, you had the blues artists, and during the week, you had different like mainstream artists playing at the Petrillo Band Shell. Yeah. So while you were eating, while you grabbed your food,
and it was free.
Up to the right.
And it was free.
And then you could take your chairs and you can eat on the grass and sit on the grass and stuff. Because that's what we used to do.
Right.
We used to, if you didn't get there in time enough to sit in the chairs, then you sat in the grass, which is fine because you wanted to picnic and sit in the grass and stuff. You wanted to be
experience.
Seen. Right. You wanted to be seen. You wanted to kick it with your homies. Y'all go on this side, holler at some girls, get their numbers, and then come back and sit down. That's not like that no more. And maybe it's because we're older.
It won't be like that for them. It won't be like that for the kids now. For teenagers or for, I guess, what you want to call young adults. It's not going to be like that either. I mean, like you said, there's checkpoints, and now they, being patted down, and then you got probably police profiling them and harassing them.
Man, I was watching the news, and it says they have video cameras down there now. They have undercover police walking around
already.
Right, but in this day and age of what we're going through, they're so worried about domestic terrorism and people doing something. I think that has kind of
care about us, man. Don't nobody care. Nobody cares.
But I think that has kind of limited us to the events and stuff that we used to have. Now, I'm not only talking about the Taste of Chicago. I'm talking about events that we used to do. The events that Chicago used to host downtown. We don't do nearly as much as the festivals and stuff that we used to have.
Of course not.
Now, I understand the Bean is down there. I understand Millennium Park is down there. But it's not the same. It's not the same nostalgia. It's not the same thing that we had as we were growing up. Because I remember the Taste of Chicago, I couldn't wait. Friday on or Thursday
it was like
night
getting ready to go to the first day of school. You got them.
You got an outfit on.
Fresh to death. You're gonna be like, man, I'm gonna kill him tomorrow. You gonna put on your Guess jeans and the LA Gear boots or your fresh ones, and you're gonna put on your baseball jersey. Yeah, what?
Right. Come and you used to get suited and booted just to look good so you can see somebody.
Just to go eat.
Yes. Or you be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I got a number. Hey girl, how you doing?
Man, for real. Oh God. And see, like you was talking about before with the vendors, the foods that are there. Mayor Daley killed all of that. You know what I mean? He stopped suburban vendors to come into the Taste because we used to have Doc's and Robinsons. We used to have what was it, like Eli's or something, like we used to have a lot.
Eli Cheesecake was down there. I don't even think they're down there this year.
See? Come on
some
now.
of the like the name not Mariano's, the pizza place. Lou Monati's is down there.
That's not the greatest one though.
Gino's East is down there. You know, the normal stuff. But I guess it was they tried to change it to make it so that up and coming restaurants and stuff can get their pub and be seen or whatever.
They won't get it. Because if you can't get the people to come down there, how are you gonna get publicity?
Right. Because the thing is the Taste of Chicago, in my opinion, is you want the true taste of Chicago, the namesakes of Maxwell Street Polishes. Remember, they used to have a Maxwell Street Polish thing down there.
Yes, they did.
Where they don't have that this year. That's like a staple for us. Who hasn't had a Maxwell, I should say Jewtown?
I mean, that's what we used to call it. I mean, no shade thrown, but that's what we used to call it in Chicago.
Who hasn't had one of those with grilled onions on it, or a pork chop sandwich, or the burger and with the little fries and stuff? Who hasn't had that?
With a ton of onions on the top.
Right. That's a true Chicago experience.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'm going to be healthy. We're not going to.
So
we're going to have this restaurant. We're going to have the restaurants that have healthy food, vegetarian. But the Taste of Chicago, to me, is to get a real, true taste of Chicago.
Right. And Chicago is not just the inner city limits. We have suburbs. Okay. We have vendors that work outside of our city limits. Mm-hmm. So I understand. Well, no, I don't. Let me take that back.
No, because other suburbs, I take them. Other suburbs have their taste. Like they have the Taste of Cicero, they have the Taste of Berwyn. The Taste of Chicago is supposed to be the taste of Chicago, the foods of Chicago, so that people that are not from Chicago get a true taste of our melting pot of cultures and the different types of food that we offer, that we have. That's what the true concept of what Taste of Chicago used to be. Because I remember the first time my mom took me to the Taste of Chicago, they had it at Navy Pier, and Jane Byrne was the mayor. And I can remember it. I remember we had snow cones and we had roasted corn on the cob and the turkey drumsticks. Those are like memories.
Oh yeah.
And then in high school and other than that, I used to look forward to going to the Taste. I used to like going and buy me an outfit on Saturday, on this Friday night. So on Saturday, I'm suited and booted and ready to go out. My sandals, my little gear, whatever. Just because it was a good thing. Now it's not different. What do you guys think? Do you think that it has changed? And
look, first of all, we all know the Taste has changed. It's changed for the worse. Okay. You know, kids can't go down there and enjoy themselves like they used to. The entertainment has changed. And it's not really a good experience anymore. It's not like the experience like we used to have. It's not like the experience like I was looking forward to. You know, people don't come to Chicago and say, hey, let's go to the Taste. For a Chicagoan, that's not even like exciting anymore. You know, and I don't understand that because we have an administration, and I'm talking about in Chicago. I'm not even talking about the White House. That has nothing to do with this. I'm talking about just our mayor, our governor. Like, I don't get it. Our elected officials. What is going on downtown that they are saying that we are that broke, that we can't attract certain, I guess, vendors, certain foods, certain just ways of life. What happened to the Taste? Like, I don't understand.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's not the Taste. Like, no. The Taste used to be the climax of the summer. It was the last big event before the air after the taste, and then it was the air and water show,
yes.
which was the last event of the summer.
Right. That was
now it's
Blue
like
Angels used to come through. Yes.
Yes. Now it's like the taste. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, you guys call in 708-223-8953. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your experiences about the Taste of Chicago. What are some of your fondest memories that you had? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Are you even going this year? And what do you expect? Do you expect for it to be something that is fun? We want to hear from you. We want to hear your opinions and how you think about the Taste of Chicago. Because in my opinion, I just think it has completely changed. It's no longer the taste. I think it's just a sip or this is what we want to do for tourists here in Chicago.
The idea of Chicago. It's just an idea. They was kind of throwing stuff out there before they go, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Or it was somebody that probably forgotten to try to throw something together at the last minute. That's what it feels like right now.
Yes, that's what it feels. And I have on my live, we have Tari Green. She said, I'm a younger generation and the taste is definitely not something I will go to anymore or take my baby to. It is dangerous.
See?
So they saying it's dangerous.
And I understand that too. And that we do, understand the fact that, the violence in Chicago is just terrible. And I mean,
but they didn't kind of, I don't think it's dangerous this year because they have sectioned it off.
Right. It's so many police now.
Right. It's so many police. It's so many of those private security forces now down there. So you're not going to get that riffraff and you're not going to get all that drama that you got in the years past when it was just open.
Right.
Now it's actually gated off. And it's sort of like a festival. It's sort of like a festival where it's only one way in, one way out. Checkpoint in, checkpoint out. They pass.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. It's sectioned off. It's sectioned off. So like a festival. You know how when you go to the neighborhood carnivals?
Right.
That's kind of how I like it is. It's not the same to me.
She just reduced the Taste of Chicago to a neighborhood carnival. How bad is that?
That's just kind of how it feels, though.
And I can believe it. And that's part of the reason why people don't live here anymore.
Because remember, I don't know if anybody remember the Taste of Chicago used to be open. So right, you can walk right. You can walk up to the Buckingham water fountain. Remember?
Right.
And it was booths and stuff in front of the Buckingham water fountain. And it's not like it's still, you can still walk to it, but it's like sectioned off, cordoned off. So I'm going to tell you, the bridge that's by the Art Institute. I think that's about where the Art Institute is at. Okay, that's where the fence started at.
Wow.
That bridge right there. Wow. That's where the fence starts, and then the fence goes all the way down and cuts off at those streets.
There's a fence.
Yeah, it's a fence.
I mean, I understand you said it was like sectioned off, but I mean, like,
it's a fence.
Is this their version of building a wall?
Pretty much. It's and I don't know if anybody, and the reason why I know about it is because my job is a sponsor of it, and so they gave us free tickets and we got a free preview today to go down there and kind of look at it before everybody got to do it, and it sucks. I don't know, you guys may disagree with me, but it sucks. I don't know, what is your opinion? Is anyone going to the Taste of Chicago? How do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me?
Well,
my live is going off, so I'm going to read some of the comments that are on my live.
Mine's asleep.
But yeah, we have Eddie. He said that it's the same everywhere. Old time family fun no longer exists without some type of drama.
Well, I mean, it depends on where you go with that, though. It definitely depends on where you go and who you hang out with or who you choose to hang out with. But I mean, I guess Chicago is not Chicago anymore. You know, it's not that like my kind of town kind of place. I mean, everybody is just kind of blah now.
Yeah, because now,
especially towards like the festivities and the events that's going on downtown.
Now, I think everyone has this. have been, and tourists that are coming to Chicago, from all the negative things, it has been like, and it's a lady today who was talking to me, and she was like, "Oh, you're going downtown to Chicago. I hear that they shoot people when you get off the L." And I was like, huh? See. So from the negative things that people are always saying, "Oh, it's so violent. It is so this. It is so that." It's not really that. And I think that we're getting a bad rap. So we're getting a bad rap about it. And what's making it even, which perpetuating it and making that bad rap that we're getting, is the fact that I feel like the city is panicking and trying to be too proactive in doing things. Because I think that them sectioning off and making and reducing the taste to like a carnival
that's just funny to me.
That's too much.
That's funny to me.
Because it's not the same. I remember when I used to love going down to the Taste when they had the fireworks show. We used to go,
which was before the,
we used to go before the morning of to get us a good spot.
And it was always on the 3rd, not the 4th.
Yep, it was always on the 3rd.
Now, here's another thing. You're going to change gears a little bit. What do you think about Father Flaker shutting down the Dan Ryan last week?
I actually was going to go and protest. So
dig that.
I was actually gonna go do it, but I had to take care of some personal stuff, so couldn't do it. But I at first I say it was some negative and some positive things about it. At first, I felt like when they just shut down one lane or shut down 2 lanes, and them say we're gonna walk along the sideway. How is that defeated the whole purpose of them shutting down the Dan Ryan?
Right, nobody's going to pay attention.
Because the reason for the protest was to disrupt traffic and to prevent and to cause chaos and to disrupt the finance or the economics of Saturday. Because on Saturday, if nobody knew it, it was a lot of stuff going on Saturday. They had something going on at Navy Pier. It was the Sox game. It was the Chosen Few picnic.
That was
Saturday.
That was the Chosen
Few picnic was Saturday. They had,
which I missed, and I'm so sorry I missed it, y'all.
They had the Festival of Life going on at Union Park. They had a lot of things that was going on the south side and the west side and going on up north. Well, the Dan Ryan is a major thoroughfare to get to those destinations.
Oh yeah.
So if you disrupt that and shut that down, one, you done pissed off a lot of people because they trying to get to these places of where they got to go. They trying to go spend some money, and you've disrupted that flow of money that's coming in. Indeed. That was the point and the purpose of it.
Oh, I know.
When they started shutting it down, I felt like this not a protest. This is not a protest.
Right, y'all walking somewhere. This is a march on Washington.
Right. What are you? How are you?
Man march but on the side of the road.
How are you disrupting something?
Right.
What is the point of disrupting it? Because I think for the first hour, everybody was just standing around waiting for instructions of where to go, and so it was just the first 2 lanes of traffic was shut down, and the police actually shut down the first 2 lanes of traffic to
allow them to walk
to go.
Oh,
because
wow.
they had like the DOC buses, the vans, the lines, and all that. So I was in my feelings about it, and I was like, this is a bunch of BS. What's the point?
Right, until they started moving over.
Well, actually, the people,
right,
the people, they started pushing further out in the lanes and the lanes and the lanes and the lanes. And so I was watching it on TV, and I was like... And then I was looking at the live feeds from the helicopters on Channel 7. Channel 9 did an excellent job.
They always do a great job of coverage.
They did an excellent job of covering the footage because they had people on the streets. They had people in the crowd. And they were asking the tough questions like, why are you here? And they interviewed a lady who had her kids out there, and they was actually saying, this is a protest, this is a protest to end violence. a protest to show that, hey, we're not going to accept it anymore. We're not going to allow this anymore. And I know there were a lot of people out there that saying that if you want to disrupt traffic, if you want to stop the highway, then you need to go into the neighborhoods and go on the corners and shut down the people on the corners. And I was one of those people that said that.
Okay.
But then I realized that you have to start somewhere first.
Right.
And if you're going to shut down, a block, if you want to end violence, you have to do it block by block by block. So you have to start somewhere first. So that's what it ended up turning out to be, that in the end, this was just them saying, hey, this is a beginning. This is what we want to do. Right. This is when enough of us get together and say, no more, we're not going to do this. Because after a while, they kind of wore the people out and they pushed over. And then it got traffic shut down to one lane. Okay, now you got all of these thousands of people on the highway with trucks and vans and stuff.
Super slow.
In one lane.
That's them saying the line has been drawn in the sand.
That's dangerous. Yeah. Not only is it dangerous for the police officers that were trying to stand that line, but it's dangerous for the protesters. Well, I wouldn't say protesters, demonstrators that were steady pushing that line. So eventually they just gave in. Right. Like, okay, we're just going to shut it down. Because I'm like, they only going a block.
Right.
So go ahead and stop being stubborn. Just shut it down. Let them walk from this exit to that exit and get off, and y'all happy-go-lucky be done. Get it over with. And that's what happened.
Indeed. Hey. And my buddy Tanaka, she just got on, and I guess it's delayed. She says the taste doesn't exist anymore, which is true.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It is all of that. I mean, the Butt Billiken Day Parade. I have Nicole said, for me, the end of the summer is the Butt Billiken Day Parade, and that's not even the same anymore. You are right. The Butt Billiken Parade has actually changed a whole lot.
How so?
It is very commercialized.
Oh, wow.
It is not the same.
It's not about the students. It's not about the kids going back to school or anything like that.
No, it's not that. And trust me, I have my sister's former job. They walked in the Butt Billiken Parade every year.
Right.
And last year we walked, but it wasn't the same. Because you don't have... Remember how you used to, it was a big thing to go to the Butt Billiken Day Parade.
Yes, it was.
You get your picnic, get your
people.
Your people, y'all have y'all little party in the park.
Oh yeah.
And y'all watch the parade.
Yeah. Hang out. Yes, definitely.
They don't do that no more.
You know,
remember people used to like sit on their porches and sell snowballs, and y'all used to have fun.
They don't do that no more. Come on now. Come on, Chicago. Bring it back. Bring it back to old school.
I mean, it's I'm old school, and I'm showing my age, but I want the good old days back.
Oh, we all
want the days of
we definitely all want them back, because the old days were fun. The old days where you learn lessons. The old days you scraped your knee, you got up, you got into a fight or whatever, and it was over with. You know what I mean? There was no shooting. It wasn't there weren't really any bullies. The bullies got beat up. Okay. If somebody was like that, you know, a whole bunch of people was like, man, what are you doing? Come on, man, leave him alone. It was a bunch of that. But then also you got people that were, how can I put this? The ones that would go out there and try to enjoy their lives or whatever the case may be. Then you got all of these bullies or just it's not the same, because back in the day, for us, it was about fun, family fun. Right.
It's the end of the summer, so y'all finna celebrate the end of the summer. Because my kids look forward to going to the Butt Billiken Day Parade. They used to be excited. Hey, we finna go you're gonna see the drill team. We finna see floats. And for me, I thought the Butt Billiken Parade cut it down short too. They cut it short.
That's terrible.
It was, I think, if not, I need somebody to correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it the largest African American parade in the summer?
I think so. So
because when I lived in Arizona, it was people that was in Arizona that was talking about it. Hey, don't y'all got the end of the summer parade like that where y'all go do whatever?
And with that being said, though, what was the kind of the entertainment like? Was like the South Shore Drill Team there? And, okay.
It was. They had like the classic stuff. They protesting on. We were talking about that. They're protesting on the Dan Ryan right now. The classic thing.
Stopped the show to look at the news. Like she just stopped.
Well, it says breaking news. Protest on the Dan Ryan.
She stopped the show to look at the news. Like, oh, you know what? Look what's going on right now. Are you serious?
It just caught my eye when it said breaking news, breaking on the Dan Ryan.
I need you to be focused.
I am focused. So we were talking about that. I mean, what other than the Taste of Chicago and the Billiken Day Parade, what's another festival or memory of the summer that you had of Chicago, a festival of Chicago that they had?
Oh, it's a bunch of those. See, you know what? I come from a place where we used to open up fire hydrants. Okay. I
remember those, and you used to open them up. People wash their cars, and then the kids run through them.
Open up a fire hydrant. All you need is a tire and a big
old 4 stick.
Yeah, and what you let that thing go in your big dome and all that, man.
Go
just
up
run
and
through.
Seal it.
Yeah, I used to have fun in the summer.
It flooded the streets, and y'all used to make y'all a little hood pool.
Yeah,
where you stop the drain up so that it floods the streets.
No, I wouldn't. We didn't do that because our streets was kind of nasty, but.
We lived in a good
like to run
outside.
Through the water and stuff like that. We had
that
a ball.
Memories.
We had a ball in the summertime. I don't understand what's going on. I think if people were to take away these kids' phones, like we live in an age where entertainment will give their neck carpal tunnel, I guess. I mean,
well, I don't know. You're right on that, but for me, I'm one of those moms where this summer my kids are out and about this summer. They're not going to stay in the house.
Give me your phone, go outside.
My kids are actually going to sleepaway camp and going to camp and experiencing camp where they're going to go in the woods, experience nature. They're going to do the tents with different stuff. So, big shouts out to Camp Wonderland.
On my live, I got Tanaka. She's saying it's not about looking out for one another anymore. It's about every person for themselves, which is extremely true.
Right. It's
nobody cares anymore. And then she's talking about the Gospel Fest and the Blues Fest. Yeah, those are festivals that people used to run to.
I mean, I really like the Blues Fest. My dad, before my dad passed away, he looked forward to going.
Oh, yeah.
Like my dad loved the blues, and he brought us up on the blues, and like Bobby Blue Bland and Johnny Taylor and Coco.
I met
Coco Taylor.
I met Buddy Guy. Yeah. I met JJ Times. She's a beautiful, wonderful blues artist. I follow her on Instagram. Let's just say she just came back from a tour. She's been across the globe singing, and she has a beautiful, melodious voice. JJ Times, that is her name, and she was one of my passengers when I was a chauffeur. I met, let's see, like I said, it was just a bunch of people, man.
Right, and that was the thing. It was the music festivals because it was about the music. It was about, Chicago is known for blues. So you had these great blues artists. You had different artists every day that was there. I mean, because I wanted to go to do the blues festival. I wanted to go down there and experience it when Howlin' Wolf was down there and different things like that, because that's the music that my dad brought us up on. Blues music. Big
ups to Big Bill Morganfield, man.
And then like the Dusties and different things like that. That's what I look forward to. Now, the blues festival this year, I think, was bunk as hell. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but it didn't have anybody on there that was worth anything. Anybody that I could remember of.
Put it to you like this. There was no news coverage on it. Okay? Exactly. No gospel. There was no coverage on any outlet. Not 579 3250. None of y'all. Nobody had coverage on the Blues Fest, the Gospel Fest. Nobody.
No.
You didn't hear about it. You didn't know about
it. Gospel Fest was the kickoff of summer.
Indeed.
The Gospel Fest was the kickoff of the summer festivals.
Big ups to Rance Allen. I met Rance Allen. I met Vanessa Bell Armstrong. I met Ricky Dillard. Do you know these people were like some of the coolest people? You know what I mean? I sat up there and I chilled and like rubbed elbows with these people.
But again,
right?
That's how we have been reduced to. We have been reduced to. It's not like it used to be. Because you know, I keep saying to myself, them was the good old days when you used to do whatever. Now it's like they try to do Stepping Under the Stars, and we was just talking about that.
That's what happened tonight too.
Yeah.
Tanaka said no advertising. That's probably why too. Exactly. Nobody advertised for it. But I mean, because there was nobody there.
Like, but again, remember Chicago used to have the special events department where that all their job was to do was special events and festivals
get people
and
here and get people in the seats and to promote. That's all. That's their job was. Why would they cut that? Come on now. See, that's that Chicago administration.
But you know,
you can't blame that on Trump.
But it's like it's the more things change, the more things stay the same. I can say it like that because we don't have as much money as we spend in taxes and as much money as this city takes from us through parking tickets, speeding tickets, all the stuff that they do. They tax us for water, cigars, cigarettes, liquor. You get
bags, sugar.
Right.
Well, not sugar anymore, but definitely bags.
You got a plastic bag tax. You got wine, beer, liquor tax. You got all of these taxes in addition to the 10% regular retail sales tax. So how are we benefiting from this? And how are we, before we get, y'all gonna put me on a soapbox. How are we benefiting from this as a city? And they keep saying we don't have no money. We owe this, but we're constantly paying out all these lawsuits for stuff.
Right. If you stop killing people and stop beating up people for no reason and do your job the right way, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have to be settling for millions of dollars. No. You know, making one family rich, and you can just make the whole city rich. How about that?
But it's just I just miss the good old days. I miss the neighborhood candy stores where we had like Miss Cook. I don't know if y'all Miss Cook. You had the old lady from down the street that had the candy store.
Every hood had a candy house.
She had the candy in the big huge pickle jars. Candy in there with the little cookies, and then she had the snowballs of all flavors that you can get in the little. It was the cone cups.
Oh, but no,
paper cups before they did the paper cups. Look, remember Ices?
Of course. Well, you had to freeze over there. It wasn't number Kool-Aid, but
put in a paper cup
and you freeze it overnight,
and you peel it off.
That's it. That's it.
Yes.
But now here's another thing though. You know, every hood had like the good candy house. And then like the nasty candy house. Had the candy house with, they had roaches. Then you had the candy house, that you was like, man, I don't want to go over there at Miss Lady house. I don't want to go over there at Miss Johnson house. No, I'm good. But then you go over here to Miss Smith house, man.
She got the nachos. She got the meat. She got the nachos. She got the hot dogs. Oh, yeah. All of the pops. Remember anybody tell me what this is? Remember the Jolly Ranchers that were sticks?
Oh yeah.
What did you call it? Wine candy? What did you call it? A Jolly Rancher or a stick?
It was just a Jolly Rancher to me. I called
them wine candy.
Oh yeah, I did. I called them that too. Give me some wine. But that was the one I called the wine candies the small ones.
But then they had the sticks, and remember you used to take the stick, put it inside a pickle.
That was a peppermint. I didn't do anything else.
You did peppermint too, but the wine candy used to take it and stick it inside the pickle so it melt. Then your pickle was salty and sweet. No, I didn't do all that. We didn't. I mean, I remember that's probably West Side thing. Yeah, it's definitely a West Side thing. But I do remember putting pickle juice on a bag of sweet salt and sour potato chips. I remember that. Salt and sour potato chips with pickle juice on them. Who did that? You know what I mean? That's a South Side thing. I know it was a South Side thing. Or remember the real cheese doodles, hot cheese doodles. I couldn't do them. I just wasn't the real hot food eater. Not the. I couldn't eat them either. Not the cheese doodles that they got now, But the real cheese doodles, when it was a bag, the bags used to be 15 cents. Then they went to 25 cents. Then they went to 35.
Yeah, and it was $3-4. It used to be $4. Now it's $3-4.
Yeah, and they came in a little bitty small thing.
Then they turned into 59 cents to $4.
I remember those. What else do you? What are some of you guys' summer memories? Come on, will you tell us? Because us talking about the taste and what's going on at the taste led us into this discussion about our fondest summer memories and some of the things that you used to do.
Well, you know what? One of my favorite summer memories, but it was also when the Bears won the Super Bowl. Okay, Bears won the Super Bowl. I don't think my dad really liked this story, but the fact that he had it, he had tickets to like this punt, pass, and kick kind of thing because the Bears had put everybody, or they had like this celebration and would like open it up for the kids. They opened up Soldier Field for the kids and all this kind of stuff. My dad was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take my kids. So he grabbed me and my younger brother, and I guess and my older brother too. I think he was there. But what happened was, when my dad gave me the phone call, this is what we was going to do, I go outside and brag. I told the whole block. Like I told my neighbor, I told my down the street neighbor, I told my across the street neighbor, I told every kid on the block, this is what we doing. Nah. Do you know that they, went back in the house and was like, they told their parents like, yeah, this is what they doing. Oh, and it wasn't tickets. I think it was free. That was another thing. So what happened was, when my dad finally gets to the house, it's 40 kids outside. Want to go. 40 kids outside.
That's how it always is, though.
Now you got 40 kids outside. It's about 10 in the car now. My dad was super mad at me, okay, for telling everybody on the block. So, but I mean, I ended up going out there having a good time. I ended up playing catch with Sean Gale, and I met Richard Dent. I mean, I had a really, really good time, But that was over 20 years ago, of course. But yeah, let's just say that was one of my fondest memories, was going to hang out with my dad and my entire block family. Okay.
But it's like I just think those are memories and things that our kids don't have.
Right.
Because we are
too more interactive with our kids.
Right.
And I don't have children, but I gotta stay interactive with the people.
I think that the biggest thing is, as adults, we have to bring back those good old days ourselves, where and I try to do it with my kids, because this summer my kids are going to sleepaway camp, because I went to camp. Right. I went to camp and we did swimming and we had the bonfire and all of those memories, and I wanted my kids to do it. I didn't want them just sit in the house, we finna watch
and play video games all day.
We're going to play video games, or I'm going to be on my phone, I'm going to Snapchat, and I'm going to do this. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to have fun. We're going to get out, because I wanted them to see something, to do something. I wanted them to have a childhood.
Right.
We don't
have that anymore.
Not be, my childhood is I just sat at home and I watched TV all day.
And then you're going to post about it.
Right. This is all I did today. I did this, I did that, I did this. I want my kids to be like, when they go back to school and say, what did you do this summer?
You know what? And funny you say that. I saw something, this had to be about maybe a year or so ago, but there was a meme that I read, and it said, kids don't pick peas with grandma no more.
I remember that.
Kids don't pick peas with grandma no more. And the fact that like that has such a grand underlying meaning to it. The fact that like nobody has that interaction with grandma to sit back and, learn about life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Nobody has that anymore.
Speaking of that reminded me of, as a kid, we had some people in our family had farm. They used to go to the farms and get the beans, and they used to bring the brown bushels of beans back. And we used to,
a little too country for me.
They used to make us sit in the front yard and shell those peas and put them in plastic bags so they can be frozen.
Nobody does that anymore. And mind you, I've never done that. Okay. Look, I'm gonna tell you what
my dad and my granddaddy was country, so they used to do all that stuff.
No, look, I got another dad story about going to a country and he reliving his roots. He tried to make me go he tried to make me go cut the grass. Okay. Yeah, you are.
You're supposed to cut the grass.
first of all, we in Memphis. No, I'm sorry, not Memphis. Brownsville, Tennessee. Okay, shout out to all my Brownsville, Tennessee fam. I love y'all. I miss y'all. But here's the thing. Their lawn is about the size of the entire state. Okay. Let's just say my dad gave me one of those lawnmowers that didn't have a motor.
Yeah, you had to push it.
And I'm talking about he wanted me to.
Yeah, you had to push that. Yeah.
With the whole lawn though.
Yeah,
but he was trying to prank me though, because my cousin, big ups to Detroit, I love you, bro. My cousin got to sit on lawnmower in the shed, but my dad was on some old telling his cousin, watch this. Me being rebellious, and I'm sorry for this, but I told my dad, F you. I'm not doing this. Knowing good and well, I'm not about to go out here and push this lawnmower that you thinking is funny as you up there kikiing with your cousin.
Again, that
taught me to stand up for myself. That's what it taught me.
It just taught you that you're not a city. You still you in a city kid. You still gotta learn how to do stuff in the country. And I get that.
And I mean, it taught me how to say, man, I know there's a better way. That's what it taught me. Okay. I mean, there is it taught me to think like, man, I'm not about to get out here and just sweat in this hot sun over this little. I'm not about to relive a slave moment. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
But again, those are memories. Those are summer memories that
my dad thought it was funny, and he did.
That have instilled in us and made us the people that we are. We're not. You can actually say you have experienced. I've experienced picking peas. Mm-hmm. I've experienced. One of the things I learned from my dad was how to tell a good watermelon from a bad watermelon.
You gotta pluck it. You gotta learn how to pluck it.
I mean, I learned that from them. So it's like, yeah, you learned how to. I'm this here, or how to. This watermelon is good. This watermelon is bad. So those are memories that we had. Even like, I'm just saying, I think that those days we need to somehow bring them back.
Indeed,
we need to somehow instill what we experienced and what we learned during our summer.
In our
kids.
I know this is totally off subject, but I think we need to have a show based upon women and what they read in their timeline that has nothing to do with their lives. Because I just so happen to look at your live and this dude is talking about how tall he is and talking about how tall you are. Are you serious? Are you even listening to the show?
You see what I put on there.
You got to be tripping me. Oh my God. Okay. That just threw me all the way off a bit. But I mean, seriously, we're going to have a show about that. Like what kind of stuff do you all do in your inbox? That's what we need to talk about.
I am on the show. I'm paying attention to the show. We talking about summer memories and festivals that we experienced as kids or as adults that's going on. And we started with the Taste of Chicago. Then we went to the Bud Billiken Day Parade. But remember, but one thing I can say that has not changed and it's still around is block club parties.
Thank God for block club parties. Real talk. Thank God for block club parties. But with that being said, though, I mean, kids are not enjoying the block club parties like we did. I saw a block club party where all the kids were just in their phone. They were just inside looking and just in their phone. Nobody was interacting with anything.
I don't know. We just threw a block club party, and we throw block club parties. And I know someone was saying to me that maybe that's just the West Side thing, doing block club parties.
Not at all.
We shut our blocks down.
Yeah.
We shut the front beginning of our block to end of our block down. We shut it down, and everyone came outside and barbecue. We do different stuff, and someone is like, maybe that's just the West Side thing.
Well, look,
that's what we look forward to. We look forward to having, as a kid, we look forward to having a block club party. We look forward to, they gonna shut the blocks down and we gonna be able to play in the streets. Because we never get to play in the streets.
Not ever.
So you gonna ride your bike up and down the streets. You get the run.
Do they still have Jumper Jackson?
Yes, they do. They still come. The city actually still sends them, but you got to do them. It's a first come, first serve basis. Okay. Yep, that's the fun memory of this. The city used to bring the jumping jacks.
Big ups to 78th and Ada, because they just did what you call Hoodstock, and Hoodstock is something that they do every year. I found this out. Hoodstock is a bunch of Chicago local bands come and play for everybody on the block.
I didn't know that.
Oh, had it not been so hot that day, it would have been an awesome show. They still did what they had to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I got up there and did my thing too. You know what I mean?
I never heard.
Shout out to Creatures of Habit, because I sang with them. But let's just say Hoodstock, had it not been so hot, would have been a whole lot better than it was. Okay. Hoodstock, you have local bands that come in, and mind you, they pay their artists to come and play. There was a stage, there was a band. I mean, microphones were set up, and people were sitting outside on their porch listening to the bands. Oh, it was awesome. You hear me? I had a good time from the time I was there. I networked, I met a bunch of people. I mean, and I'm talking about bar owners and band leaders and stuff like that.
And I don't I never heard of that. I have Chris on my live. He said, "Do you remember Chicago Fest?" What's Chicago Fest?
Yeah, what is Chicago Fest? Call in 708-223-8953.
Let us know what Chicago Fest is, because I'm not sure what Chicago Fest is. And he says that they don't do the 4-block closing on the South Side.
Not anymore. There was a party. Oh, there was a 4-house party that used to happen on South Side, man. Look, I hate that y'all had to move, but this used to be the biggest party of the year. Okay, I'm not going to disclose the location, but people from the South Side and, house heads know of this place. They had 4 backyards opened up, DJs in each backyard. One do a set, another do a set, another do a set, another do a set. And it was blocked off. You couldn't even come down the alley.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that. That sounds like something that would be fun to do.
It was by far one of the best parties I have ever attended. Okay. Ever in life. And then there was no BS. There was no riffraffs, no thugs, none of that. I mean, it might have been thugs in the crowd, but no fights. None of that. And on top of all that, there was no security. They didn't need it because it was just that kind of environment. It was just that kind of environment. They loved the city. They loved the hood. I mean, it was just, man, look. And it might have been right around Bud Billiken or the Taste or whatever the case may be. But let's just say you should shut it down.
See, I've never heard of stuff like that. I mean, I know that on the West Side, they have like the West Side. Oh, the number to call in is 708-223-8953. Again, you want to call in, tell us about a festival, tell us about your summer memories, summer festivals that you've participated in over the summer. We want to hear from you. The number is 708-223-8953. We want to hear from you. Indeed. Yeah, but I just like my baby, she like, "Mommy, we did this and we did that." And that's one of the things that I think is missing today. Our kids don't, because when
Nobody
you went
plays
back to
anymore.
Right. When you went back to school and you had to do that essay that says, "What did you do over the summer?" I was always excited because I always had something to say.
Right.
My mom, we went on a vacation. My mom would take us somewhere out of the state and we'd go somewhere, or we'd go on an adventure, even if it was just to the suburbs or somewhere. We did something. So I always had something to say on what I did for the summer.
Indeed.
But we don't do that anymore.
No, not at all.
Even going to camp. Remember, and I know a lot of parents, old school, sent their kids to day camp. Do people still?
Oh yeah.
Do people still send their kids to day camp?
They do, but here's the problem: is it's gotten extremely expensive. When I was going to day camp, when I first started, me and my brother were going. It was $40 per child. $40. Do you know what it is now?
Yeah.
Okay, of course you know because you got kids at day camp. But it's
my kids go to regular camp.
Regular camp.
It's $300 for 1 week. I think was 3
for a week.
1 week.
Wait, for 1 week? It was $40 for the summer for me. You understand?
I wish.
$40 for the whole summer. And we went everywhere. Brookfield. We went to Lincoln Park. Went to concerts. We went to haunted trails. What? Nobody does that anymore. Hey, what's up, caller? What's going on? This is Off the Wall Show. Who are we listening to?
Hey, this is Chris Greer. What's going on?
What's going on, Chris? How you feel? You was talking about the Chicago Fest. What is that?
Chicago Fest, that's for us old heads, man. Us 45 on up.
Okay, I guess I ain't an old head yet.
What they did was they did a festival that was on Navy Pier. And all along Navy Pier, they would have bands there, the Commodores. They were signing autographs. They would have concerts,
wow,
food and all kinds of other stuff. They called it Chicago Fest. I think that was back when Jane Byrne.
See, I was just saying it was something like that.
Wow, yeah, Jane Byrne must have been that deal after Harold Washington left, huh? Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was a nice time. It was something to look forward to every summer.
Okay.
So what do you think about the Taste of Chicago? Do you think it's still the same? What are your thoughts about it? Is it the same, or are you going to go this year? Or
right. Are you going to the Taste?
Are you going to go to the Taste this year?
Myself, I'm probably not going to go to the Taste this year because of scheduling.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Other than that, I think that the Taste of Chicago is something that is a staple in the Chicagoland area, and it's something that everybody can look forward to during the summer. And I would probably go if I had time to do it, but I'm doing some other things that's taking me away from it. But
do you think that it changed from the Taste of Chicago back in the day to the Taste of Chicago now? Like and how has it changed to you? I stated that I just think it's just very commercialized and touristy, not the true Taste of Chicago anymore.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's very commercialized. Usually when a neighborhood festival or something like that of its sort actually starts off really small. Then each year it gets bigger and bigger, just like the Chosen Few. The Chosen Few used to be free.
Right.
Then next thing you know, it was $5. It's $10 now. I don't know how much.
It was $35.
No, 25 for the early bird, and then at the door it was 50.
What?
Yeah, it was 50.
It was $50?
$50 at the door.
I did not know that. I know that a lot of people were complaining and said their cars got towed.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that, but
they said their cars got towed.
Yeah. So their Chosen Few experience cost them $250.
See, and with that being said, nobody's gonna go now. It's gonna be a lot of Uber into the Chosen Few next year, or if anybody goes.
Right, exactly. I haven't gone in years, but
okay.
I enjoyed it when I went, but unless they do something about that price, it's commercialized. It's what it is that when the city sees a niche where they can actually get more money out of you.
They squeeze
it. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for your call. Thank you for your comment, man. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
But yeah, he's exactly
Chris
right.
Summed it up right.
He's exactly right. Like the Chosen Few picnics and everything that's going on in the city tries to squeeze, and once they squeeze, they got their foot on your neck. They want to, pull your shoes off. The city of Chicago is a bully. That's all I got.
They want their money.
That's it.
Like we were saying,
they are extortionists.
Like we were just saying, day camps, they are expensive. Like you said, I remember my mom paying $25 to go for the whole summer.
Okay.
Or $40, like you said.
It was 40.
And then
she got mad when it went up to 50.
When my 17-year-old was younger. When she was younger, we were waiting for it was $50.
Right.
Now it's $125 for the whole summer.
Per child.
And that's with financial need assistance.
Right. Yeah.
So if you don't have the financial need assistance, it's more than that.
Yeah, it's like $225 again.
Yes. And that's just day camp from 9 to 3:30.
Right. Not extended camp. But this has been a wonderful, wonderful show, man. Miss Shireen C is back in the building with JB3, baby. She came back and, and shared her Florida experience. And we talked about the taste, and we talked about how Chicago is just terrible and going down the drain. But we still here. It's
not really going down the drain.
But we still here. We just got to fix it up. We just got to unclog that drain. That's all. But it's a beautiful thing. But man, you know what? Let me please have a moment of silence for my aunt.
Yes.
She passed on the 5th of liver cancer. She has been battling it for a very, very long time. I'm gonna miss that woman. She was one of the fun ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we pray with you. And we feel the sadness that you feel. But we know that she is in a better place. There's no more pain. There's no more suffering. And she is up there singing and resting in the arms of God. So we end this with saying, rest in heaven, Auntie, until we meet again.
Indeed.
Next week, y'all, tune in as we on Off the Wall Show.